Oh,
I see.
now we're live. Okay, cool.
Woohoo.
Welcome to Living Live TV. This is Linda West. I'm your hostess with the mostest. And today I'm here with Hani Mourra. Now, Hani has created a platform that is going to help you save time and save money. And I love how he has a, set it up and forget about it, kind of
Mhm.
mental, attitude for it. But it's called Repurpose.io. He has some other plugins that he'll mention a little bit later. But today we're going to really concentrate on Repurpose.io and how that is going to help you save both time and save money, help you push out your social media, push out your videos so that more and more people can see them. And here's the cool part. You only have to set it up once and then literally you do forget about it. So Hani, welcome to the show. I'm so excited to have you back because I had you on about a year ago and I've learned
Yeah.
so much since then. And I know that you've changed things a lot since then. So let's get right into it. I want to know what made you decide to do this in the first place?
So, well, first of all, thanks for having me here. It's awesome to see you again and be here
Yes.
again. For me, I've always been a automation, I want to say geek. I like to automate things that are boring, tedious, that are like brain numbing activities that just waste your time. Creating content's awesome. It's fun. It's powerful.
Yep.
Uploading and downloading and converting audio to video is not fun, and it's important. It needs to get done, but you don't need to do it. So I've always been in the repurposing kind of automating videos, podcasts, that kind of thing in the WordPress space. And then been doing it for 3 or 4 years. And customers reached out to me. They said, "Have you ever considered going beyond Facebook, beyond WordPress, like
Mm.
go from one platform to another platform?" And I'm like, "Well, that's interesting." And then that kind of piqued my curiosity. Started tinkering around, and that's kind of how Repurpose was born. It was kind of a extension of the WordPress plugins that I had, and customer feedback, really.
And it's really awesome because mentioning, as you mentioned right at the very beginning, the recording, downloading, uploading, and all of that stuff is not so much fun. Well, when I first started doing videos, was a little over 4 years ago, and there was no Facebook Live, and I had to do exactly that, Hanny. So when Facebook Live came out, I was like, thank goodness I don't have to
Mhm.
do all this recorded on my on my phone or my camera. I wasn't even
Yeah.
using a phone because I didn't know my phone had a camera on it. Okay, so
Mhm.
record it on my camera, download it to my computer, upload it to Facebook, and watch it upload took forever. And
Mhm.
then when Facebook Live came out, I was like, this is awesome. And then when I heard about Repurpose, which was about a year ago, oh my gosh, this thing is just going to save me so much time. And literally, when I set it up, I did forget about it. And until a couple of weeks ago, somebody asked me about, well, how do you put it on YouTube? And I said, oh, it just goes right on over there. I don't have to do anything. They're like, really? How do you do that? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to interview Hanny and bring him back onto the show and share what Repurpose is, how it saves people time and money. We're going to do a little bit of a demo for you guys live right here where you can see how to do it yourself. And then I'm going to give you a link where you can try it out. You can, you got a 15-day trial for free where you can push out 4 episodes and just check it out and see how absolutely easy this is. And if you are doing videos, you have got to be using Repurpose. It's plain and simple.
Yes, it really is. It is plain and simple. You need to be doing this, whether you're doing it with Repurpose, whether you're doing it with a team. Like you need to get your content out to different platforms. It's a must.
Yes.
Facebook Live is amazing. Facebook gives you attention when you go live, but then after a day or two, you're pretty much kind of down the feed and you're forgotten about. So having content on other platforms like YouTube, having it on your blog, having it on as an audio format, maybe as an audio podcast. There's so much you can do with the same piece of content that you created the first time around. So definitely the idea of repurposing is critical, and the tools like Repurpose help you automate a lot of these steps.
And that's what's cool too, is because we keep hearing things like, you need a blog, you need to vlog, you need to this, you need to all these need tos, and Repurpose really just puts it all into one place. So you really only need to do one thing, and then Repurpose helps you to push it out to all those areas. So you really do not need to think about it after you've got it set up. And setting it up was really easy too. I remember doing it, and I was literally done in less than 10 minutes. So.
Yes. Yeah, it's really easy. It's basically adding, add your connection. We call them connections. So you connect your Facebook to it, you connect your YouTube. If you have an audio podcast, you can connect that as well. And then you make these rules, we call them workflows, where you say, every time I do a new episode on Facebook, from this page, I want you to upload the video to YouTube. It's as simple as that. You set that up
And
once and go.
And it's fail safe. It really is. It's so easy. So I can't say enough about it because I absolutely love it. And excuse me for keep looking down because I'm trying to get this shared out. I want to make sure I get it shared out into some other places. But I titled this this session, how to repurpose your content without lifting a finger. So, it really is true.
I love that actually.
Thank you.
I love it.
We got the set it and forget it, right?
Mm-hmm. No, it's so true.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Yeah.
So if you are somebody who's doing videos or not doing videos yet, but you're considering doing them, and he is going to share, like I said, some other plugins that he has that are not just for videos. So we'll get into that in just a little bit. But if you are somebody who is doing videos, check this out. Also, if you know anybody who's doing videos, please share this video out with them as well, because it's going to be some really, really great content they're going to learn here. They're going to learn how to save a lot of time, and time is money, yo. Okay, so let's do it. So Hani, you want to get into the background and show people like what Repurpose does, show them how they can set it up, how easy it is, and then how they can sign up for that free trial.
All right, let's do it. For some reason, it's not letting me share my screen. It's saying that it's disabled for some reason. Maybe you can have a quick look. But while I do, I'm going to talk about repurposing in general.
Yes.
If you're doing Facebook Lives, kind of the two most important places you want to get them on is once you're done going live, you want to get that video onto YouTube, number one. And number two, if you have a blog, get it as a blog post on your blog. Those two are no-brainers. You must do them. If you don't do them, you're missing a lot of opportunity for being discovered after the fact that you go live. When you go live, you get a lot of attention, but afterwards, YouTube gives you a whole new search level. It's a search engine out there, and then having content on your own blog gives your audience a chance to see that content in case they missed it on Facebook. And the third place is audio. If you don't have an audio podcast, or you're thinking about an audio podcast, a great way to create content is to take some of those Facebook Lives, convert them to audios. So it looks like I have access. So I'm going to show you now my screen, and I'm just going to jump right in.
Let's do it.
Let me know if you can see my screen okay.
Yes, I can see your screen. Looks great.
Okay, I'm going to just move this guy out of the way. I'm not sure if he's showing up or not, but so this is the software called Repurpose. Actually, on my test servers now, but so you might see some cool things that are not released yet. But behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. So repurpose.io, there's kind of two steps you got to do. On the left-hand side, connections. This is where we kind of add the different, we call connections or channels that you have. So you can see here, I have already added my YouTube, Dropbox, my Libsyn account, which is a podcasting platform for those who are not into podcasting.
There's a lot of different podcasting platforms out there, right? So you use Libsyn. Is there a particular reason why you use that one, or are there a bunch of other ones you do also?
Libsyn is great. Blueberry is great. Spreaker is great. SoundCloud, we support SoundCloud on here. I don't recommend it for a podcasting to be your primary podcasting platform. I recommend it for just kind of a secondary source for discoverability, but I don't recommend SoundCloud as your primary. They're not really mainly focused on podcasting, but the guys at Blueberry, Libsyn, Spreaker, all those guys, Podbean, those are all like true podcast hosts. They give you good stats. There's a lot of stuff, of value they add. Reliability, they generate the podcast feed for you, all that good stuff. They take care of a lot of things for you, and they're very inexpensive. You can start off with like $5 on a $5 plan per month if you're just getting started. So definitely don't try to hack it. If you're doing an audio podcast, do it with a real podcast host.
Ooh, good one. Thank you.
But with Repurpose, if you're taking an audio podcast and you're going out to a video, we support any podcast feed. So you're not tied to Libsyn or anything like that.
Okay.
Cool. So the reason why I have Libsyn here, I didn't mean to confuse people so early on, but Libsyn is, if we have a new feature where you can go the other way. You can take your Facebook Lives and convert them to audio podcasts. And we added Libsyn, so you can have them published to your Libsyn account directly. So they show up on iTunes, etc. So that's a little more advanced. I won't talk too much about that because I'm not sure people who are watching may be overwhelmed, but Basically, if we just, I'm going to go ahead and just delete. Well, I don't want to delete anything. These are my connections. You kind of say add connection. Let's say I'm adding an audio podcast. You give it a name, Andy's podcast, and you would put in your podcast feed or your iTunes URL. Most people know this already who have a podcast. Like you just log into your Libsyn account and you grab it, or you can put your iTunes URL. And just say connect.
Okay.
So that's what you would do if you had an audio podcast and you want to get that out to other channels like YouTube and Facebook. So let's backtrack. I think most people here, I imagine most people here are probably doing Facebook Lives.
Right.
So if you ignore all this, if you're adding a Facebook Live, you would go and just add two different things. You would say add a Facebook account and say add connection. Give it a name. And this is just your Facebook account, not your particular page or anything like that. This is just your main account. Later on, you can decide which page or group you want to publish to or from. So they say connect, and then you it's going to pop up and you say, okay, authorize everything that's allowed to access your Facebook. And okay. I'm not going to do that because I've already done that before. So I don't want to confuse the system. So I'm going to cancel. But normally you would just say, okay, say authorize. You're good to go. You will see, a Facebook connection showing up that it's active. And you do the same thing for YouTube. Go under Facebook, under this drop down and choose YouTube, add a connection, Hanny's YouTube, etc. So you add these connections one time, and then you never have to come to this page again. So once you're done, you should see your Facebook and the YouTube, and that's it. We can move on to the real fun stuff. So
it's cool too, because we get to see all the other possibilities as well. Because I see you have your Binge Network there, Dropbox.
Yeah, we're adding a lot more. We're adding a lot more. So Twitter and stuff like that's coming. So
cool. So we won't talk about that today because we don't want to confuse everything. But there's more opportunity in here once you get in there.
Exactly. We're just the beginning. We have Google Drive, Dropbox, so you can make a backup of all your videos onto your Dropbox. There's so much you can do. But let's just focus on Facebook Live to YouTube. So once you add your YouTube, you add your Facebook, then the magic happens. You go into the workflow section, and let's go. Here's a video here. I'll walk you through it, but really, it's all you're doing is you're saying a new workflow. I'm going to say Hanny's, Facebook Live to YouTube. Again, I can call this whatever I want. This is just my name, so I know what this workflow or what this set of rules is doing.
Okay.
So workflow is basically says there's three things you got to say. What's the input? Like what content are you taking? What's the action? Are you uploading the video? Are you converting it to an audio, etc.? And then the fourth step is where do you want to publish it to? So those are the three things you got to decide. So I'm going to take my Facebook Lives. If you have regular Facebook videos, you could make one for regular Facebook videos too. So you're not limited to live videos, but in this example, I'm going to do a Facebook Live from my Facebook account from a particular page. It gives me all my pages that I'm an admin for. I'm trying to see where I have a live video. Probably here, my test page. So if you're an admin, it should show up in this list. You can pick the page that you're admin for.
Okay.
Say next. Now I choose my action. In this case, I want to upload the video directly to YouTube. I don't want to do anything to it. If I wanted to do a podcast, I would say convert that video to audio. So the cool thing is you make a workflow for each kind of thing you want to do, and you can do as many workflows as you want. There's no limit.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to upload the video. And the last thing is I want it to go to my YouTube channel. And here, if you have a bunch of playlists, you can pick a playlist on your YouTube account.
Okay.
Or you can just make your own. I want to say, new playlist, whatever. I can make a playlist. I don't have to leave.
You don't have to go to YouTube and create it.
Back. It's all there. Boom. It's already selected. I'm ready. And that's it. So that's the workflow. When I create it, it shows me here, Facebook to YouTube. And right away, as soon as I hit view videos, it's going to show me all my videos on that Facebook page. So these are my 4 videos that I have. If you have a thumbnail uploaded, it's going to show you the thumbnail and all that good stuff from your Facebook. And all I have to do is hit publish. And it's gone. It happens. So if I hit publish, I can like tweak the description here and the text. So this is the text, the default text that shows up when you do your title and description on Facebook.
Okay.
Live, but you can tweak it here if you don't want this. If I wanted to do something else, whatever, custom, whatever you want. You can type in whatever you want here. You can add your keywords that you want to see on YouTube. Let's say, online marketing, whatever you want. So you can tweak everything. And I'll show you even easier way to tweak it. But if you want to tweak it on a per episode basis, you can go ahead and just update everything here. And this is what's going to show up on YouTube. So everything you type here and hit publish now, that's what's going to show up on YouTube. Hit publish, he's going to enter the queue. And then in a few seconds, if I just refresh the page, it should be processing. Yep, it's processing. So while it's doing that, I just showed you kind of how to publish a single episode. So I can go in here tomorrow and go in here and just publish this one, or later on today, publish this one, or do whatever I want manually. But the cool thing is I always recommend you do things manually. But once you're happy with it, there's a bunch of settings. I want to quickly show you a few key settings here. So under this gear icon, you can click on the settings. We added the ability to upload an intro and an outro.
Oh, wow.
Before it goes to YouTube, now you can have a little, maybe if you have a animated logo or a bumper video you want to add in the front of, you see them a lot on YouTube where it's almost like, the brand, this little thing comes around for a few seconds and says, Hani Mourra show, and then it goes right into the video. You can upload that to here. So now every time we take that Facebook Live video, we add this bumper video in the beginning. Or if you want to have a video at the end that says, sign up for my channel or whatever you want, you can upload an outro video here. And then every video that we upload to YouTube for this workflow will have that intro and or your outro added to it if you want, if you upload one here. So it's generic for all the videos. So it's not on a per episode basis, it's a per, I guess, like per workflow basis.
Okay.
You can choose when to upload all your videos. There's a button called auto, before I get back, there's a button called auto publish. That's where all the magic happens. So when you go into settings, you can decide if you want to upload all your videos automatically or only ones that are on a specific date. Like I only want everything on, say, August 1st onwards. You can do that as well. You can do cool things like ignore certain hashtags or only upload certain hashtags, so that, let's say you're doing a show and you don't want every single Facebook Live to go there, but you only want ones with certain hashtags in it. You can do that kind of stuff as well. So you have level of control to decide which videos goes onto YouTube. Add a call to action. If you have a newsletter you want people to sign up for, then you can add that here. And then you can say, whatever link you want, hanimourra.com or whatever. Then every single video on YouTube, because YouTube gives you actually an ability in the description to have a clickable link. Every video on YouTube will have a clickable link back to your, in this example, my newsletter. So it's a good way to kind of drive traffic back to your website from YouTube. You set it up once here, and then all the videos will have the same call to action automatically added in the description.
Okay, let me ask a question about that. Let's say, for example, because right now what we're talking about is setting it up initially. So a person who has Facebook Live, they also have a YouTube channel, and they want their videos to automatically go over to YouTube. They can set all this up. But let's say, for example, me, when I first got Repurpose, this was not one of the features, and this is now an added feature. So can I now go in and add a call to action, and it'll add that call to action to previous videos, or only from this point forward?
That's a great question. Only this point forward.
Okay.
So
I need to do it today then.
Yeah, you should do that. I recommend you do this today because you have all this. You're gonna have all these videos on YouTube, and we want people to watch the video, but we also want them to click somewhere. And these links are actually clickable, and they'll show up in the description of YouTube.
Okay.
So that's the advantage. People can click it from YouTube directly. The first 2 lines of your YouTube description will be your call to action, which is awesome. So people see it right away. Yeah. And then if you do a bit of keyword research, if we want people, you want the videos on YouTube to have some keywords in it to help them get discovered more. You can add your keywords in here so that you don't have to type it in every time on every video. You just set them up here, and all the videos will have the same keywords. And then you can choose public, private, or unlisted videos. Obviously you want public, but if you're testing, you can always do private or unlisted to make sure things look good. And, you know, of course, your YouTube category, you can set that as well here. And you can upload a custom, this is a new feature, it's not available yet, but it's coming very soon, where you can, let's say you forgot to upload a custom thumbnail on your Facebook. You've done a Facebook Live and you don't want that default awkward face that shows up by default. You can upload your own branded custom thumbnail, and we'll use that on YouTube. We'll put that on YouTube as the custom thumbnail for you.
Okay, and then will it upload that particular thumbnail for that particular video, or is it going to be one thumbnail that's always the same custom thumbnail?
Yeah, this is here in this settings place it's generic. It's the same thumbnail for all the videos.
Gotcha.
So it's not released yet, so this is probably just for test purposes. The real version will have it where in the it's a good question. It'll be in here. Like I envision it to be in here where you hit publish. You have the option to do custom thumbnail on a per episode basis.
Okay.
Which makes more sense. I think that for testing purposes, we're just testing it on the other settings page. But once we release that feature, it will be here, because obviously you want to do it on a per episode basis.
Right.
But honestly, we tell people if you if ideally you upload everything to Facebook. You upload your custom thumbnail to Facebook, and if you go back to the settings, there's an option here to say upload a thumbnail to YouTube. If you turn that on, then we'll take the thumbnail from Facebook and use that as the thumbnail for YouTube, which is because Facebook on a page lets you upload your own custom thumbnail. So we always tell people, if you do it on your Facebook, then you only got to do it once, and then we will use that same thumbnail on YouTube as well for you.
Awesome. I love that. Well, let's stop for just a second. Let's say hi to some people. We got Sylvia, Vicky, Debbie, Tim, Emma, Sherry. You guys, welcome. If you have any questions, while you're watching live, please ask those questions while I have Hani here with us. If you're watching the replay and you have any questions, please post them below. And Hani is tagged in this video, so he will see the questions that come up. Now, what's cool, Hani, is I see that you that if you go back to the page, it shows that one video is processed already.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
The one that you
if I go under view videos, it's already processed.
Yeah, see how it's already published? It's done. It's totally done.
Yeah, I can click view and it will take me right to the Facebook video, and it should just show my face.
And there it is on YouTube. There you are, testing.
Just staring at the screen.
That I'm testing face.
That's I'm like, is it working? Is it working? So they got a direct link to each video, so you can check it out, make sure it's good the way you like it. And then so the real I say real magic. I mean,
no, it is the real magic. It is.
The real magic is when you go here and you turn on this button.
Yes,
my favorite button.
Oh my God! This excited me to no end, you guys, because at this point, by the time I learned about Repurpose, I had over 100 videos on Facebook that were on my Facebook business page, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna have to go push these out one at a time to YouTube." But watch this magic.
So I turned this on, and I come here, and actually, this one's already done, but it basically added every single video in my list to the queue, and this one already finished publishing, and there's 2 more that are processing, which should be done probably very shortly as well. So basically, when you hit auto publish, it takes every single episode in that workflow. So from that specific Facebook page or group, we support groups as well, and publish those to, in this case, YouTube. And then you never have to log into Repurpose again, because the next time you go live, after you're done going live, within we tell people 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how busy the servers are, you'll just get into the processing queue and start processing and get uploaded to your YouTube channel. So if you are in that auto mode, then you don't need to log into Repurpose anymore. It's literally set it and forget it, and the videos will automatically just show up. And you just worry about creating content, you worry about going live, you don't have to worry about getting it onto YouTube. or other platforms as well. Like if once you hook up these workflows, you can make as many workflows as you want. You can make one that says, take my Facebook Lives and turn them to audios and add an intro, outro, and send them to my Dropbox. Boom. They'll just show up in your Dropbox as audio of MP3 files.
What's cool about that is because you're talking about like doing the bumpers, which are like little snippets before your video starts and little snippets at the end. A lot of times it'll be like Hani said, it'll have like your logo swirling in or whatever. And then at the bumper at the end would have maybe a little call to action at the end. You like contact me here or whatever. So you would create your, bumper videos, they call them, at the beginning and the end. What's cool is one of your workflows could be specifically videos that I hashtag with the word interview, that I want these bumpers to be at the beginning and the end. And so I have a specific bumper that's related to only interviews. And I hashtag the word interview in that Facebook Live video. And then every one that has the hashtag interview will add the bumpers. Then I can have a totally different workflow that is ones that do not have the word the not hashtag interview or something like that. I'm not sure how you would say that. I'm trying to say like the opposite, like the anti-interview, the ones that don't have interview in them, to have a different bumper. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Exactly. Or you can say ignore. If you see the word interview, then don't publish that one. And it will publish the other ones, only the ones without the word interview, and have a different bumper video. Yeah, there's so much you can do. You have so much flexibility. And some people get nervous about auto publishing, and that's why it's an option, right? So if I don't want it, I can turn it off. I can like publish the ones that I want. If I feel more comfortable, some people do. They feel more comfortable going in, hitting the publish button, maybe tweaking the description here a little bit more, and then hitting publish. It's still a lot faster than you downloading the video, uploading to YouTube. I'll put the description, put the keyword. You just have one single interface where you click a button, tweak the title, description, etc. If you want to add more keywords, boom, we'll add more keywords here, and then hit publish, and that's it. Your computer doesn't have to be on anymore. Once you hit publish, everything's happening on our servers. There's no software to download, so nothing's happening on your computer. You're not using up internet bandwidth. You're not slowing down anything. You're not using up, if you have a limit on your internet, you're not using any of that. Everything's happening on our servers. You can just queue it all up, hit publish, shut down, go have a coffee, and it'll be on YouTube or your Dropbox or Google Drive or anywhere you want within 30 minutes, an hour, depending on how long the video is, of course.
Yeah, and it's really awesome, you guys. As you can see how awesome it is. Sherry just asked for the link to it. It's go to livinglive.tv/repurpose. I put a link up in the description above, as well as a couple links in the comments below. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in live. If you have any questions on Repurpose, this is an amazing platform. But Hani, let's not scare them. You can actually delete a video. Like say, for example, you pushed a video out to YouTube and you don't like it. What can they do? They're like, I want to totally delete that one from YouTube. I don't like it out there.
Yeah, absolutely. You can go just like any other video. I can go to my YouTube account and go to my, I think they call it Creator Studio right now. And I can just go in and delete the video I just uploaded. Just click on the video, I think. And oops, nope, that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I thought it was in the drop down.
Yeah, they keep moving it around. It's so funny because there
you
I
go.
Can go in and delete it. Yeah, I could delete this video.
So it's that simple. So you don't have to worry about that. Oh my gosh, I put that video out there and I'm stuck with it out there. No, you can go in and edit. You can also go into YouTube and still make edits if you want to. You don't have to use Repurpose, but you can go to YouTube and still edit them as if you would, as if you were doing a YouTube video as well. So you still have full control over YouTube. And it's not like Repurpose makes it so you don't have control anymore. It just makes it so that it makes it easy for you to push things out. And it literally has just changed the way I do my videos. I haven't looked at my videos in a long time. Maybe I should go look every once in a while and do like an inventory and see if there's some that I want to remove or something. But definitely adding those bumpers, that's awesome. I'm so glad we had this interview. What do you see? Why don't you touch just quickly on some of the other apps that you have, or what do you call them? Plugins that you have.
Yeah. So repurpose. Well, repurpose. I just showed you one example. We're doing
Yeah.
Facebook Live to YouTube. But if you have an audio podcast already, and if you're a podcaster, you can have an audio podcast turn into a video. And this is a quick example. I was here. I just remember this. So this is what it looks like. It's literally a basically this like animated video with the waveform moving, and it's all automated. You upload a template one time, and we add the title. We add this automated waveform. So you make your audio podcasts into videos. Now you have a YouTube. People can discover your audio content in video format automatically on YouTube and also on Facebook as well. So you can have that option as well.
Wow. Wait, so as far as the picture and that, so you just create that once and then
you create basically the background image.
Okay.
So background image, you upload it once. We'll give you the specs how to make it. You can use Canva. I use Canva, whatever you want. This title here is dynamic. So we insert the title of every episode here.
Okay.
So every video will have a unique title as part of it. This waveform is a true audio waveform. So like it's actually, it's not like a simulated fake thing. It's actually the real waveform. When someone's talking, it's loud, and someone stops talking, it's soft. So it's real, matching the actual audio that you hear. And then this image comes from your podcast feed. So podcasters, when you have a podcast feed, you upload an image for iTunes so that it shows up when people look you up on iTunes. So we use that same image and we put that in this square location here. So those three: title, waveform, image are from your podcast feed. They're already there. You don't have to do anything. Everything else is a background image. So you can design your own template, brand it the way you want, and we'll superimpose title, waveform, and image, square image on top of it, so that every episode will have a similar background, but it'll have a unique title. And if you have guests, they can automatically have a different image when you upload it to your podcast feed. So it's really basically a great automated way to make your full episodes into videos and automatically publish them to Facebook and to YouTube as well. As native, we all know like Facebook likes native videos, right? So
right.
It's not like we're sharing a YouTube video. We're actually uploading a native video to your Facebook page automatically. So that's if you have a podcast already, an audio podcast, and you want to get more exposure onto YouTube and onto Facebook. And there's a lot more things, but another cool thing I tell people who do live streaming is consider taking your Facebook lives and turning them into audio podcasts. And so Repurpose can help you with that. You can make a workflow that says, give me my Facebook lives, strip out the audio, add an intro and outro to it in audio format, and send that to my podcast host, or send that to my Dropbox. So my virtual assistant can upload it to my podcast platform, or send it to my Google Drive. So you have options where you want to send it to. Right now we work with Libsyn and SoundCloud. Those are the two audio platforms, but we're going to add more and more podcast hosts over the next few months. So it's a great way to repurpose live videos into audio podcasts. So that's another thing a Repurpose can do. But then the plugins that you mentioned are designed to help you. You can get more exposure by pushing the contents on your blog. So Repurpose takes content from one platform to another, Facebook to YouTube, or Facebook as an audio to your Dropbox or your podcast host. But we have additional tools, so one called Simple Social Press, that would take your Facebook Live and make blog posts automatically. Automatically embed the video, embed the comments, and make a blog post automatically. So it's another way to repurpose your Facebook Lives, but this time onto your own site. So that's a whole different plugin. It's not part of Repurpose, but it is complementary to Repurpose, because what you're doing is you're repurposing your content to your own platform, which is your blog. And those plugins are called Simple Podcast Press is a podcasting plugin. And the Simple Social Press is the Facebook Live plugin that will push content to your blog.
Yeah, awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. And let's go and stop the screen share on that so we can see your beautiful face.
Stop share.
Okay, so that is, repurpose. As you can see how valuable that is. That is going to save you a lot of time. It's not even, it's like you would think it'd be a very, very expensive program. It's not at all. It's very what's the word? It's very affordable. And it's absolutely awesome. Like I said, I haven't even looked at mine since I said it and forgot about it, because I literally said it and forgot about it. But I have looked every once in a while to see if it's working, like it's pushing my videos out to YouTube and it's doing what it's supposed to do. So I haven't looked at it. But now that you've added these new features and stuff, I need to get back in there and do a little bit more work on it. But literally the work will take me anywhere, from 10 minutes to 30 minutes, depending on what I decide I want to do. And then, put that effort into it. I might just pay Fiverr to create a bumper, to create the beginning and ending bumpers for me, and then start using a hashtag for interview. I like that idea of having a specific bumper for my interviews and pushing this out there. And, Hani, this is so awesome. And I absolutely love it. Oh, I do have a question. So when, let's say, for example, I do a Facebook Live, like right now, this is a Facebook Live interview. And let's say I have the bumpers set up. And so the bumpers, if I understand correctly, will only be added to the YouTube portion. Is that correct?
It'll be added to you decide on a workflow basis. So let's say we made a workflow that says Facebook Live to YouTube. I can decide to put the bumper there. If I want to make another workflow that says send me the same Facebook Live to my Dropbox, then I can choose, no, I don't want the bumpers there. I just want it to go to my Dropbox as the Facebook video. You decide each workflow. You can decide if you want to add a bumper to it or not.
Okay, but it won't be able to add bumpers to the Facebook Live that I, like, will it go back in and add bumpers to the live video that I did on Facebook?
No, it won't add it to the Facebook Live, but I mean, it's not ideal, but you could do it this way. You can have a workflow that says from Facebook to Facebook. You can send and then add the bumper and send it to another group or a page. It's not ideal, but yeah, I would recommend not to do that, to be honest with you. But there is an option. You can actually go from Facebook to Facebook, from one page to another page, and have the bumper added before you broadcast it to another page. So that option is there, but I would say
not recommended.
Focus on it. Not recommended. You don't want the same content on two different pages. It doesn't make much sense. It's better off to share your Facebook Live to another page or to a group, but re-uploading it with a bumper video, I don't know. You could, but I don't recommend it. But for going to YouTube, I think it gives it a whole new dimension, especially when you're doing a Facebook Live. Sometimes you're not sure where you exactly started from, or the beginning can be awkward for a few seconds. So if you have a bumper video that catches people's attention, it's almost like, all right, I'm going to stick around and see what this video is about, and then go right, instead of jumping right into the video. So the option is there. It's, again, all this feedback comes from users. Like, we have 2,600 people who've been through Repurpose, who've used Repurpose since, I guess, a year and a half ago now. And there's a ton of amazing feedback. And I wish we could code faster, but we're trying to add as much as we can. But this bumper video is I like that suggestion, because I used to do that for my own videos, add a little bumper. I thought, hey, that'd be cool if we can automate that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
One thing I'll tell you about is really cool. I'm excited about this because I just talked to the team about it this morning. Instagram TV. Everyone's talking Instagram TV. How do I get my content there? So I don't know if you know or don't know, but Instagram TV is all vertical video.
Right.
Horizontal. We do Facebook Lives that are all horizontal. Instagram TV must be vertical, must be a certain dimension. So what we're doing is, I wish I can maybe show you a sneak peek on my phone, but it's so cool. I'm excited about this. But we're gonna take your regular Facebook video and turn that into a vertical video for you automatically.
How can you do that?
And it's gonna look pretty sweet. I'll show you in a second.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if you can see this or not, but I'm just, come on, buddy, load. Okay. So it would look something like this. So it's hard to see because it's very small. Okay. So we'll give you a space to put a title on top. Oh, that didn't look very well. Anyway, I can share that a little bit later on, but basically we'll take a regular video, we'll add a title on top and on the bottom. You can customize the title, and we can make it into a long video. And with your title, I don't know if you've seen, like, I've seen them on Facebook now, like Gary Vee does these style where he has a video here and he got a title on the bottom and top. We can do that for vertical videos. So you can have them sent to your Dropbox we can't publish to Instagram, but we can publish to your Dropbox, ready to go, the right format. All you need to do is just upload that to Instagram, and then you can start building your Instagram TV presence. So
that's
taking
awesome.
live to Instagram. That's my kind of not my idea, but people are saying, how do I repurpose to Instagram TV? And I'm like, let's make it easy. So we have these templates set up. So that's coming in the next few weeks, maybe a month or so. So the point is, there's a lot of
Repurpose also. That's still
it's all, it's all part of Repurpose. You can make a workflow that says, I want to choose this Instagram vertical template, and it will take your Facebook Live and add a template around it and send that to your Dropbox. And anyway, the point was transcriptions are coming. There's a lot of cool stuff happening. That's kind of my point. And it's just the beginning. Repurpose this is the beginning of a lot of exciting.
Wow. Well, what it does right now is absolutely amazing. And so I can't wait to see what more you add to it. You guys go to livinglive.tv/repurpose, REPURPOSE, and get your free 15-day trial. Check it out. I swear, once you use it, you're not going to want to stop doing it because, it's because you don't have to do anything. That's the beauty of it. It gets out there. I've had, people subscribe to my YouTube channel that I'm not even doing anything over there. It's just my videos are going, being pushed out there, and people are finding them. And literally, I am not doing anything. So, once I start to actually put some effort into it, I imagine it's going to be even better. Right. So, Hani, how can people get a hold of you if they have questions for you?
Yeah, probably the best way is to leave a comment here, tag me, or don't even tag me, just leave a comment, and I'm going to be monitoring this Facebook Live.
Okay.
Or add me on Facebook, just facebook.com/Hani, or Twitter. Hani Mourra, HANIMOURRA. I'm happy to answer questions, or, we've been doing this for about 4.5 years now between the plugins and this, and just the reaction is amazing. Like, people hate to do this tedious stuff. People love creating content, and this is the best way to almost like encourage you to create content, because you don't have to do the manual work after.
Yeah, you do it one time, and then he's got all these different ways. Like he mentioned, there's some other plugins as well. The Repurpose is really like the first one, right? You just get in there. It's so easy. You set it up, it's done. And then you learn the other ones as you go as well. Simple Social Press. And then there was the other one you mentioned. So
and a simple podcast press. Yeah, but I recommend Repurpose is probably the best one to start with. Free trial, give it a go, get comfortable with getting one, from one platform to the other. And then if you have a WordPress blog, then you can look into the other plugins if you want to turn them into blog posts. But Repurpose, a free trial, you can publish 4 episodes. Honestly, like, people, you'll know whether it's for you or not right away. Once you publish it, like, wow, I need this, or I can live without it. But
I knew it instantly. Right, I was like, okay, that's for me. I hadn't even used it, and I knew it was for me. So like, I was in right away. So thank you, Hani, so much for being here. And I love the updates and, sharing. Maybe I'll bring you in another year, and we'll see where you guys have come in another year. It's going to be amazing.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. It's going to be our to-do list is this big, but it's usually you get overwhelmed, but I get excited because I know it's going to help so many people out. And it's not ideas here, it's people telling, like, users, hey, I want this, I want that. And that makes me excited. So I'm looking forward to more feedback if you start using it.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys start using it and give us the feedback. So have a great day. Again, remember, go to livinglive.tv/repurpose. Get that free 15-day trial. You can do up to 4 episodes in 15 days for free. Check it out. You're going to absolutely love it. So you have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Linda West with Living Live and Hani Mourra with Repurpose. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.